This module describes gas safety precautions that need to be taken when working on a boat. When working on a boat, there is a risk that you may be exposed to one or more toxic gases. Each one has the potential to cause injury, sickness, or even death. Several may also result in fire, explosions, and damage or loss of the boat. One of the most common gases found on fishing boats is Freon. This is a trade name given to a number of gases used in air conditioning and refrigeration systems. Three common types of Freon gas are R134A, R410A and R507. R22, which was once common, is being rapidly phased out due to its impact on the Earth's ozone layer. These newer replacements are, however, potentially hazardous to human health. The other gases you may encounter are LPG and carbon monoxide. LPG gas is used on some boats for cooking meals, and particularly in Queensland, for cooking prawns, crabs, and bugs, while carbon monoxide is the result of fuel combustion. Both can have catastrophic impacts on the health of all on board. Freon gas is invisible and has no smell, and because it is heavier than air, it will sink to the lowest level in the boat. Freon can cause irritation to the skin or eyes, nose or throat, and frostbite injury due to prolonged contact. Mild exposure can result in dizziness, drowsiness, fatigue, and because it displaces air in confined spaces, it can result in suffocation and unconsciousness. When Freon comes into contact with hot surfaces, it can burn and give off poisonous gases. Freon gas should be handled carefully to avoid contact and prevent release into the atmosphere. Safe handling of Freon gas cylinders includes securely chaining cylinders in a well-ventilated area, protected from excessive heat from the sun or engine exhaust. Taking care to protect the cylinder valve from damage, including not securing cylinders by their valve or lifting the cylinder by the valve. Use of appropriate and clear signage warning of potential hazards. Ensuring valves are closed before cylinders are handled or moved. Lifting cylinders to move from one place to another, not dragged or rolled. And opening valves slowly, as rapid opening can cause a sudden rise in temperature leading to damage of the gauge. Safe handling of Freon cylinders also includes standing clear when opening a valve. Only using regulation gauges. Storing cylinders in groups by the type of gas they contain. Clearly marking empty cylinders, and not mixing different types of Freon in a refrigeration system. The installation and replacement of a used or damaged gas cylinder should be done only by trained personnel. If a compressed gas cylinder tips over, causing the valve block to be sheared off or damaged, the rapid release of high-pressure gas may cause the cylinder to violently accelerate, potentially causing damage to the boat and injury, or death to individuals nearby. Freon gas is not flammable, but the gas pressure may quickly rise in a cylinder if exposed to severe heat or flame. As there is no safety vent to allow pressurized gas to be released, the cylinder may explode, resulting in significant damage to the boat and injury or death. Water can be sprayed onto the cylinder to keep it cool, or the cylinder removed from heat if possible. Otherwise, the area should be evacuated immediately. Like Freon, LPG gas is heavier than air and will sink to the lowest parts of the vessel. While LPG has an odor, even in low concentrations it can pose a risk to health. This includes frostbite injury to eyes and skin, and breathing difficulties, including suffocation. It is essential that an LPG system is well maintained and certified regularly by an approved authority. Old cylinders and fittings can leak gas and be a safety and fire hazard. LPG sensors and alarms should be fitted in places where gas may accumulate, such as the engine room, galley, and forecastle, and emergency shut-off valves should be available to stop gas flow to gas burners in the galley and the prawn cooker. LPG is of course highly flammable, and any gas leaks treated with urgency and care. A quick way to check for leaks is to brush soapy water over the valve, hose, or other fittings. Leaking gas will produce a large gas bubble indicating the source of the leak. Gas cylinder should be secured in a well-ventilated area away from direct sunlight or other sources of heat. The valves should be protected from possible causes of damage, and faulty valves replaced immediately by a trained person. Finally, carbon monoxide gas. This gas is usually produced as a result of burning diesel, petrol, gas, oil, or wood. It is colorless, odorless, tasteless, and deadly. Inhaling carbon monoxide interferes with your body's ability to utilize the oxygen in your lungs. In other words, you can still breathe, but it does not do any good because the oxygen has been replaced with carbon monoxide. Unconsciousness and death comes very quickly, particularly to individuals asleep at the time. Prevention includes ensuring all engine exhaust systems are clear and operational, and ensuring the engine room and other confined spaces are well ventilated prior to entry. Symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning can be similar to a cold or flu but without the fever symptoms. It can also be confused with fatigue. Common symptoms include headache, dizziness, shortness of breath, weakness, nausea, vomiting, chest pain, and confusion. Treatment can range from exposure to fresh air in mild cases to artificial respiration in severe cases. As always, when you suspect someone has succumbed to a toxic gas, do not become the next victim and enter that space until the space has been thoroughly ventilated or breathing apparatus is available. Further safety advice is provided in the Confined Spaces module. Well done! You have completed the gas safety module, so let's review the material that we covered.